So on stage, Lenovo kind of an showed their kind of an humane AI pin kind of a device where it will be hang like a pendant or kind of a necklace, just like what human AI pin was to near your neck, and it will see everything you see, it will hear everything you hear 24/7, and give you answers, just like what Meta is trying to do with the Meta AI feature that they showed last year. That is what every other company is trying to just get into it. You know what? That is what human AI pin tried to do, but failed. Uh, so they showed that, but also it is just a concept where they did not show that are they going to sell it, are they going to like kind of a thing. But one of the thing and the factor that I actually think that is the future, I believe, is the kind of an wearable x like fashion x tech. Basically what that means is that you might be noticing, and we are talking about since last 2 years, like tech is getting into not just in terms of headphones, in terms of mobile smartphones like new tech, but tech is getting involved in existing things that we used to like, basically your spectacles. Like it is getting into Meta, what is trying to do with their Meta AI Ray-Ban display glasses, but normal display AI glasses too, where they shoot footages. Like there are a lot of kind of an options are available there. Then we had humane AI pin with wearable pin here, wherever you want to put. Then we had what rings, aura rings is there with. Then we are getting a lot of watch, like before this it was just coexisting with each other. Like if you have a smartphone, you can get a smartwatch which can work together, which can work together and give you and increase your like kind of an like productivity, health tracking. The majority of the reason why people get smartwatches to just track their health, see notifications, so they don't have to get their phones. And now what all these companies are betting into is that they are going to build devices that are wearables like smartphone or like smartwatches, uh, like pins or rings or bracelets, even handbands, kind of an into so much a better tech that it can do everything a smartphone can. Not just in a way that like in terms of, is it just like what Meta Ray-Ban display tried to do. Like it can do anything what a smartphone do, like try to make a call, listen to music with always available kind of a speaker right here. You know, they are what they're trying to build. I believe what these all companies are trying to get tap into the market and creating a market where smartphones had kind of an like, there are options aside from smartphone, which is a different form factor, which is a variable which you already used to do. Like a lot of people like, I have to wear specs because I have a number. So yeah, people like me have to always wear specs. So if tech is always available here, if I want this kind of a form factor, I can get that because I can do every as major thing as a smartphone can do. So I think that is what every other company, what they are trying to do. Like they are trying to tap into the next this industry where it is kind of an, I feel like they're trying, that can be a next $1 billion industry where all billions of products can be sold through this new kind of a concept. I think because smartphone industry started a lot of things where it needed to be in terms of getting ready the infrastructure first. Because when it comes to smartphone, where the when it comes to smartphones, smartphone industry is one of those industries where when you go back, I feel like when it 2008, where it was just starting out, no one near had some kind of smartphones everywhere. It started with a lot of getting, like at least here in India where we had, not smartphone first, but it were kind of a mostly uh, analog type like buttons like Nokia, or then there was Micromax. Like those kind of smartphone factor were way too much popular because it is easy to use first of all, and the second thing was for those kind of a thing where you don't have to do too much. Like when it comes to smartphone, it was just evolving. Like the screens were not that kind of a good like we guys use right now. There were a lot of care need to be taken to those smartphones, especially with falling down. Like a lot of it was just a starting phase, and majority of the people were getting into a product that is compact, that is durable. That was Nokia all the way. And then also it was kind of an form factor where people can just use it. It was not that too much high of a price, and it needed to get from a start where it had to evolve. And the thing was the infrastructure around it, the pricing of the basically, if let's say if you want to sell a smartphone to anyone and tell them you can communicate with this smartphone, just put a sim on it. But there were needed sim infrastructure first of all, also the tower infrastructure all around the world. It was still into getting builds. And then apart from all this, nowadays majority of time where we spend our time is on the internet. The internet infrastructure was not at all good. It took up like from the smartphone launch, it took like 6 to 7 years to get a good internet infrastructure all around the world so that people can use that infrastructure to get. Now there was pricing factor, a lot of, like what I'm trying to say, a lot of factors were involved when it comes to around smartphone and how it started. So that's why it was way too much hard first of all to get into this kind of an industry, to get people like to use this. So it was a lot of change, a lot of kind of a big thing for a lot of people to just go from on having keypad devices like smartphone, like to go to smartphone screens, to how to use it. And also the factor that it was not in terms of infrastructure, it was not that much better. Now it is not that thing right now. When you see right now what we have internet, we have a lot of speed compared to what it was before. We are at like 5G, majority of the people have right now. We have a lot of peak smartphone devices with a lot of good screens, ex- exceptional cameras which are as good as, I will say, a lot of big budget cameras. And you can take a lot of insane good photos, videos, etc. What then this is just a part, like this is just like has become kind of an a secondary part of the phone. Like the majority of part of the phone has become most probably is like what kind of features you provide, what kind of nowadays how the battery is, like how, like the thing is smartphones has evolved, and now they have built infrastructure around it and people are gotten used to it. And it has majorly solved a lot of problems like communication problem, the internet problem. Now internet is just everywhere you go with that device you have. And the thing is, to get into this market of especially smartphone and disrupt that with a new device is going to be a really hard. It is not going to be simple. Like even if OpenAI get into making a new device and let people know that this is a device can do a lot of things just like what your smartphone can, is kind of a big thing to say even. And they are not going to go into that category too, because I believe when it comes to comparing, and I don't think that they are trying to compete with the smartphone industry too, because smartphone is kind of an overall a really insane device. I think people over like no like they underrate, they are really underestimating what kind of capabilities like these smartphones have we right now, with insane camera, display, sound, even like battery. Like nowadays smartphones, like since last year we are getting a smartphone into the industry where at one charge you can use it whole 2 days, which is insane from where we were like couple of 5 6 years where smartphones batteries were exploding. I'm looking at you, Samsung. But what I'm trying to say is, when these companies say that they are trying to get into this new market, and they are definitely trying, like what Meta is trying to do is get into with their display glasses, with their head quest, is just what they're trying to sell is alternate to what smartphone is. Like that device, with that help of that device, you can shoot, you can click photos, you can have a conversation, you can ask anything. It is a device just like what your smartphone is now.